Well, good morning, good evening, even good afternoon, fellow miscreants of the World Wide Web, and welcome to the darkness. I'm about to recite to you a little something that I put together. I want to see if I can find it. So just give me a moment and I will look for it. Where is my library? Well, thank goodness I screenshotted it and I have it written down. So let's these notifications are starting to get a little annoying. Get underneath my skin, you know. They just do. Okay. Today's topic is called the weight of our shadows, a dark reality. Look around. This world isn't burning because of some cosmic accident. It's burning because people, you, me, all of us, we keep striking the match. We're not as harmless as we pretend to be, are we? Every word we say, every silence we hold, every look, every click, every lie we tell, it echoes, it scars, it infects, doesn't it? Right? But you know, you don't need to raise a fist to break someone. You can do it with a glance, with a rumor, with silence when they needed your voice, with words dipped in acid, dressed up as just being honest. People destroy people slowly, daily, with surgical precision. And half the time, we don't even notice the damage because we're too busy congratulating ourselves for being real or honest or just speaking the truth. But here's the truth. We've become experts on hurting each other and calling it love, at using trauma like it's currency, at manipulating, ghosting, gaslighting, discarding, at walking into people's lives like storms, leaving them to rebuild the wreckage alone. Am I right? What's up, fellow miscreants? Hopefully you're enjoying the show. Hopefully you'll like and subscribe. And just remember, this is an adults only channel. So you might want to go somewhere else if you're underage. Just saying. Just a safety precaution. And then we wonder why no one trusts, why no one sleeps, why anxiety grips like a noose, and loneliness screams even in the crowded room. Because we did that. We're not just victims in the story. We're villains in someone else's. And maybe that should haunt you. It damn well should. We all carry ghosts. People we hurt, who never told us. People we broke in ways we'll never see. People still trying to crawl out of the holes we pushed them into with our carelessness. And if you think you're not innocent, and if you think you're innocent, you're either lying to me or lying to yourself. So the question isn't, have you hurt someone? You have. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Will you face the part of you that takes more than it gives? The part of you, the part that uses people like tools or trophies or stepping stones? Or will you stop pretending your impact is smaller than it is? Because here's the hardest truth of it all. You are responsible for the energy you bring into every room, for the pain you cause, even unintentionally, for the legacy of every conversation, every relationship. Every wound. You're not a bystander in the lives of others. You are a storm, a sun, a wrecking ball, or a healer. Simple. It's really simple. You just got to choose. Because people are not bulletproof. They bleed in silence. And every interaction you have is either helping someone heal or giving them more reason not to trust humanity at all. And that's pretty much it. You see, a lot of us think that our words don't affect people. When they do, they either do it in a positive or negative fashion. Sometimes they affect people in a positive way. Could be a good thing, it could be a bad thing, I don't know. But when it affects them negatively, chances are you might not even realize what you've done until after the damage is, after it's all over with, after it's done. Then you realize, uh-oh, I made a terrible boo-boo. But this boo-boo, you can't go back on. This boo-boo, you can't forgive, can't forget. Because this boo-boo bites back. And it probably bites with more force and more reckoning than you could ever possibly give it. So simply put, ladies and gentlemen, it's easy. When you are arguing, when you are fighting, or even when you're having a simple conversation, choose your battles. Choose your words carefully. Because the next move that you make might not be the one that you're looking for. So you can try and manipulate conversations to your favor. You can try filling it with lies, filling it with deceit. But guess what? There's always going to be that small 1% that sees past that bullshit. There's always going to be that small 1% that sees what it really is, that sees who you really are. And then it's in that moment that you realize you have toyed with a monster. You have toyed with something that you could never understand, that is beyond reckoning, that is unstoppable, that is irreplaceable, that is irremovable. Because once it starts, then not going to stop. Until you realize that there's consequences to your actions, to the things you say and to the things that you do, both on and offline. There is a silent but firm reckoning. And half of the time, you don't even see it coming. It just shows up on your doorstep unexpectedly, like an unwelcome neighbor or an unwelcome guest at a party that you never expected them to show up. And once they do, well then, everybody loses their minds. Because that one uninvited guest comes with a reckoning, comes with a vengeance, whether it's big and loud or silent. Either way, the unwelcome guest steps into the room, and the whole crowd and the whole room gasps at the sight of him or her. Because people knew something was going to happen. They just didn't expect where, and they didn't expect it when. It happened on a moment. It happened on a whim. Happened on a will. It happened on a wing and a prayer, and it showed up. And with it, it brought the fire to burn the whole place down. And then guess what? They come in there and they rebuild from the ashes, don't they? They reform from the ashes, don't they? While the other ones are scurrying about like cockroaches in a toilet, afraid that they're going to be flushed, afraid that they're going to be removed from said comfort zone, from said place, from said cage. Because the wolf finally found out where all the chickens are. And he's hungry. And that, my friends, that's it.